Federico Chiesa, you son of a bitch. You've gone and got yourself a Premier League winners medal.
Mamma mia!
Yeah, there was an inconsequential game of football that took place yesterday as well, but who cares? No, but seriously, who cares? I genuinely, what a weird sensation. As the goals went in against us yesterday, I was just like, yeah. I mean, that's as good as they get. And look at what it means, beating the mighty Reds, is that they were dancing around their dressing room. That's fine. Don't recall being less arsed about a loss. It doesn't even feel like a loss. It still feels like a win. And if I may say, vintage Arne Slot, in that he secures the title and then in the next match plays the Carabao Cup team, loses the game to put pressure on City and Arsenal, just for the laugh, even though we're out of sight. He just wants to mess with them again, while also ensuring that Forest don't get a Champions League spot. He lost the battle, but he won that war. I mean, look, we lost. Technically, on paper, no one likes to lose. I didn't care. They didn't care. They didn't care. You guys care? Exactly. So, a few changes from Big Arn in this one. Elliott finally starts. Endo finally starts. You had Simicast. You had Kwanzaa. And they did what normally happens when Liverpool have a week of not playing and heavy rotation. They didn't play great, but they didn't play terribly, but they didn't play free-flowing football. Let's talk about the Guard of Honour as well. It was so funny. Do you know what? I have to admit, I would hate doing that so much for another team. Because the idea is like, we're supposed to be equals here. I'm not supposed to be putting you guys on a pedestal right before a match. But it's fucking brilliant when they do it to us. The boos. It was so funny. The boos are ringing out around Stamford Bridge. And Virgil's there at the front line. Some players really, and I love the ones who really don't want to clap. So you get some players who think like, okay, yeah, you've earned it, well done. And then you got other players like, they scored straight away. Again, it was a good move, to be fair. Credit to them. I tell you what I will say about that first half. Endo, man. He's fucking quality. Every time, I always take a special interest in Endo. He is on the ball every 2 seconds in that first half. And he does not put a foot wrong. Every time I'm like, oh great, who is that? Fucking Endo again. I love not even registering it at first. I'm like, oh, that was good. Who was that? It was fucking Endo again. He's so brilliant. Every time he comes on, he just puts in a man of the match performance. It's such a shame that we have such a good first 11 that he just misses out on his place sometimes. But I just love him so much that I can't even distinguish now what is him just doing his job and what is him being extra special. Every time he does anything, I'm like, God, he's fucking good, isn't he? Every time he makes like a routine 5-yard pass, I'm like, this guy. Tackling, winning the ball back, just doesn't put a foot wrong. I'm so happy that he is a Premier League champion. So let's talk about a second goal. Sorry, I'm trying to do some sort of a review here, but their second goal, Big Verge kicks it off, Big Kwan, 2-0. I feel for Kwanzaa a little bit because he was the first casualty of the Slot era where he thinks, okay, I'm kind of nailed on here. I'm a bit of a mini Van Dijk. People are calling me last year. Okay, new season. What's the first game against Ipswich? No problem. Half time. How am I doing, Big Arne? I'm off. So, and he hasn't really, I feel like he's got a bit of a confidence. He's had a lot of confidence lost since then. I didn't even think he played bad yesterday or anything like that. It was just, he could do nothing about the goal. If anything, more blame, I would never say to his face, lies on Big Verge for kicking it right at him, but kicking it right in his family jewels as well. And that went in. It's terrible that I'm just assuming that it must be a foul or something. They'll find something and they'll rule it out. Like, nope. I was like, oh, okay. So about 60 minutes gone. Still no Chiesa. To be fair, Salah did his best to try and get Chiesa on the pitch instead of him because he didn't have his best game. By his incredibly high standards, he didn't have his best game. Even though we're losing 2-0, I'm still like, okay, Núñez is coming on, Endo's on, you know, they're bringing on some other players. I'm like, just enjoying it. I've never been watching a match where we're losing 2-0 and just been like, oh, good move. Oh, nice one. So Núñez comes on. I'm like, all right, big noon, high noon. Why haven't I been calling him high noon this whole time? Because Jota, let's face it, did absolutely nothing in this game. And it's striking, actually, the level that Jota has dropped off this season. One of my preseason predictions that didn't work out was that Diogo Jota will have the season of his life. It didn't quite work out that way. And again, he was kind of invisible yesterday. Núñez comes on, free ball comes in, free header. I'm like, here we go. Núñez, he's a crazy guy. You never know what he's going to do next. Just headed into the goal. No. I'm going to head it back the other way. And then big Verge, of course, pulls one back to 2-1 with the most vintage big Verge finish of all time. Just saunters into the box and heads it in, 2-1. Now, if I can be honest, I would have loved the draw, especially after that big Verge header. I kind of didn't even entertain it. I was like, whatever. And then big Verge, of course, gets the goal, and then you're like, all right, I'll sit forward. Federico Chiesa comes on to secure his Premier League winners medal. Fucking get in. He's been such a great part of the squad, and they love him. We love him. I'd love for Arne, I'm not going to tell you how to do your job. I'd love for him to have a bit of fun between now and the end of the season, like he kind of had with this team selection, where I'd love, give me Chiesa in the middle, give me Diaz on the left, and then swap him out with Núñez after 60. Have Salah on the right, and then swap him out with Harvey. Or whatever. And then they get the penalty at the very last second just to make it 3-1, and they dance around like they won the league. It's really hard to, like, give a shit about this one. In a way, I quite like how we've made the top 4 race a bit more exciting now. You know? That we've already got our good time banked, in that we have our trophy lift to come, we have the medals to come, but now we have, like, now Big Aaron is like, you know what, I still want to give them something to enjoy. I'm just going to tank this game, and so we can enjoy them scrambling for 4th and 5th. Personally, there is nothing I would love more than for Arsenal not to finish 2nd. And I hate to be this vindictive about a team, but Arsenal just bring it out of me. I wouldn't even mind if Newcastle finished 2nd, that'd be a dream. And Arsenal, I mean, genuinely at this stage, because Arsenal have to play us, hopefully we play a bit better than that. They have to play Newcastle. Arsenal could conceivably finish this season 4th, which would be absolutely hilarious. But this one just seemed like, you know what? I'm not going to say that we were unprofessional, because this is the most professional team in the league. But maybe we let off a little too much steam. Maybe we should have kept some steam in reserve, because, you know, you need steam for the train. It's basic science. It's basic science, guys. And I appreciate that Big Aaron is making changes. It always happens, though, when you make too many changes at once. You just lose the flow of a team. So I'd like to get our midfield kind of back ticking away. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm doing my best here. This is one of the toughest videos that I think I've had to make, because there wasn't a huge amount on the field for us to shout about, and there wasn't any implications at all. This was essentially like a pre-season friendly for the upcoming season, you know, where Slots just having fun with it. And I'm sorry, normally my videos have a little bit more substance than this, not much, but it's a tricky one. It's just, I can't convey the level of I feel after this result. Thank you very much to everyone who has recently subscribed. Thanks to everyone who is subscribed. Thanks to everyone who bought merch recently. I have some more merch dropping in the next week or two, so I'll keep you posted on that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Liverpool are champions. Up the fucking Reds.